Proyecto Salud is a model for community development. We began in 2006 in training health promoters. We now have 20 health promoters that work with us, and we focus on their leadership development. The chronic disease self-management program was introduced to our program early on as a way to develop the skills that are needed to work in the community. Leadership development, group facilitation, putting together an event, and what it takes to get people to come to those things, all are good skills for people who are working in the community to have. Additionally, what it offers is exactly what we're about: health, how to manage your health. Is how we like to look at it, and it's been we've had very good experiences with it. So where we started with 6 people being trained, we now are up to 19. We work with multiple agencies and clinics and healthcare centers. So for us to offer this within those settings is a natural fit. The doctors, nurse practitioners, diabetes educators will all talk to people who are coming into the clinic and offer this to them. And we find that when they are specifically given an activity that will improve their health by the healthcare provider, that it increases the amount of the likelihood that they will attend the program. And we have very good response. As a matter of fact, the first class that we ever held, people didn't want to go. They were still there. The program ended at 12. They were still there at 1 and 1:30. They were working their way out the door, and they really enjoy having the time to meet with other people who are like them and have a safe space and social company. It's been very well received by our clientele. Easy. Right. Our facility, Coral Centro and Aurora Marcus Point, came together to create Proyecto Salud, which is a health promoter program and leadership development project. And so we have a variety of providers at that level. We have MDs, we have nurse practitioners, and on the core side we have acupuncturists and massage therapists and energy workers. Proyecto Salud has trained 20 health promoters, so we have a variety of skill levels of people who are taking this and teaching this. It's led by a diabetes educator. It's the lead person on the chronic disease self-management programming, Tamanda programming in our site. And the health promoters now have also reached down to the community, now that we've had a few sessions of this and have been doing this for several years, that we have people who have taken the class now becoming leaders as well. So it's very much a tiered approach that develops leadership throughout and mentorship along the way, and we find that that brings for the most success when people feel that they have the support when they need to have questions answered. It's available to them. Specifically with the population they work with Latinos and new immigrants, many of them do not have access to health insurance, which health insurance in and of itself does not insure your health anyway, but when you don't have access to that care, it's even more important to maintain yourself as healthfully as you can. So when we do this work, we're able to give people the information they need so that they can make the decisions that will either improve a health condition they have, say diabetes, keep their blood sugars low enough so that they won't need hospitalization, so that they won't need further medications, or prevent that from happening in the first place. Because as you can imagine, with a disease like diabetes, if you don't have access to a doctor, it's very difficult to control that once it's already progressed to a state where you need medication or perhaps insulin. So we find this preventative measure to be exactly what the community needs, even more so than a community that has access to health insurance. So we began working with chronic disease self-management programs in Spanish, and in Spanish, Tomando Control de su Salud. And our population is 75% Spanish-speaking, and there is 25% of those who come to see us who are English-speaking. And in the Latino community as well, there are people who speak English and not Spanish. So after having a few sessions in Spanish, the community response was, hey, wait a minute, what about us? We only speak English. When will you be offering this in English? And we're very pleased to say that now we have leaders trained in English, and we will be offering our first classes in English momentarily, and have an awesome response to that as well. So we're very pleased that this program is so multicultural and bilingual that it makes sense to be offering it in both ways, and it's not just a simple translation. That's one thing that we very much value about Tomando Control de su Salud, that it's very much based on the Latino experience in the United States, very cultural competence. To any organization that is looking to implement this program of lay leader-led health interventions, this program is an excellent program. It's evidence-based. It's been well-researched by Stanford, so it's an easy sell to physicians, it's an easy sell to funders because it has a whole background of what works and knowing that it works, being studied and researched. It's easy to implement in that everything is given step by step by step. Here's your manual. Day 1. Day 2. Use this chart. Use this CD. So lay leaders are empowered to take this to their community. And it's been also researched that the lay leaders do better than the health professionals in terms of community response and community improvement in their health because of it. So I would highly recommend it. And the support that we get from the state and from Stanford itself in terms of moving the program forward once you start, if you have any questions, is well developed as well. Easy.